What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shout, and as always, I got my podcast partner off in this thing, OG Gangsta Wicked, aka Big Galaxy of Ghetto Mafia.
Oh man, today, you know what? You can't. It's nothing that you can say today, B Hot, that's gonna get my spirits down.
Why?
Because today,
I
am dropping right around maybe like 1 o'clock. My first podcast through your channel.
That's right.
Called The Wicked Truth.
That's right.
I want everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, to tune in. I'm going to be going live on my Facebook, which is Roderick Barber. I already have a lot of people from this channel that follow me there. So if you already follow me on Roderick Barber Facebook, share it with some of the other people so they can, they can come over today. But yeah, today is great, man. Wicked Truth launches. We just launched Turk and, Money the other day.
Exactly.
I was deep into that, you know what I'm saying, last night watching it. And then mine's dropped today. So I'm just excited. Now, there's some people saying you got to put a disclaimer on mine.
Well, no, I am putting a disclaimer on yours because I ain't got time for your stuff, okay? I'm about to cut that out right now.
It's going to be the Wicked Truth.
It's the Wicked Truth. It ain't got nothing to do with B-High, and his views ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm letting y'all know that right now.
Yes, sir.
Shit.
Let's get it.
But on a serious note, though, Wick, the trial of young Dolph, his murder, that just started in Memphis this week. And according to TMZ, I'm going to just read verbatim of what's going on. They're saying that young Dolph shooter admits to murder in court, and I'm going to just read it. They say the trial of young Dolph's alleged murderers is off to a bombshell start as one of the accused shooters confessed on the stand and even implicated his co-defendant. While testifying on Monday, Cornelius Smith admitted he was indeed the man seen firing the semi-automatic weapon in the November 2021 surveillance footage that captured the Memphis rap star's murder. Now, according to Smith, he had no emotions at the time he took Dolph's life. He was simply attempting to line his pockets with cash, $100,000 to be exact, paid by Yo Gotti's now deceased big brother, Big Jook, who himself was murdered back in January of this year. Smith also testified that Justin Johnson was his accomplice in the murder and fingered him as the man firing the handgun. He also implicated the other suspect, Hernandez Govan, as his former drug dealer and the person who informed him that Jook had a $100,000 bounty on Dolph. And Smith said he and Johnson only knew each other for a few months before the shooting, but the plan was for them both to take $40K each and give Govan $10K, and I guess $10K each out of each one of their 50s that they was planning to get. But Smith says he only managed to take home $800 when it was all said and done. Smith says that they stalked Dolph ahead of his Thanksgiving turkey drive, and he said that he wasn't feeling nothing at the time. He was just trying to get some money. I saw him standing by the window. I just got out the car and started shooting. So that's pretty much where they're at with the young Dolph murder trial right now. One of the co-defendants is basically switched up and said, you know what, we did it. This is all who were involved in it, and this is what's going on. What were your thoughts on all of that, man?
My thoughts are what a lot of people's thoughts are. Goddamn, the same thing again. These types of cases, I'm not surprised by nothing that you just read. This kind of reminds me of a case from back in the day that a friend of mine was involved in, Andre Willis. It was something similar. What I noticed with these types of cases that when I found out that Dolph had been shot, it instantly came to my mind that Tokar case with Andre, where somebody paid somebody else to do something else. And I thought that when I saw those two guys, there was a lot of things that just went through my mind. I said, I bet you one day I already know, Dolph. I bet you that maybe they some type of rappers or somebody has sent them to do it. And a lot of times that's what it is, the jealousy and envy of somebody, you know what I'm saying, sending somebody at you. It's going on right now in the industry. It's been going on. I've been shot up. I've been stabbed. I got stabbed one time. I'm stabbed up under here, and I don't know who sent them to me. Mine wasn't as high profile as a lot of people, but I got the marks to prove it. And they're like, fuck you and your rap, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who sent them at me then. I wasn't even that big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of what's going on in the culture now. You know what I'm saying? When somebody gets on top, or maybe somebody feels like, a city is too small for us, then these type of things happen. I'm noticing that it happens, more in rap than anything else. We're not seeing this in R&B. We're not seeing, Taylor Swift trying to knock off damn, Kenny Chesney.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Garth Brooks. Yeah.
Right.
And
that's what's sad about it, that, it's our brothers and sisters, like, like crabs in a bucket mentality. Another thing that was, that stood out to me is, you only got $800, and not to saying that any amount of money was worth Young Dolph's life. So that's not what I'm saying at all. But my thing is, you said, you're talking about $100,000, and you supposed to get 50, and this guy was supposed to get 50. I'm gonna give somebody else 10, but you only got $800. You understand what I'm saying? You had no feeling at the time. That was disturbing to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if you had no feeling in a city as big as Dolph was, as much as he was doing for the community, he was on a goddamn turkey drive at the time.
Yeah.
So if you have no feelings for your brother there, what kind of feelings would you have for me? If you don't have no love for the one that's right there beside you, that's trying to make your hood better. He's not trying to make my hood better, Decatur. He's not trying to make, Port Arthur. He's trying to make your hood better, and this is how you treat him. You understand what I'm saying? So that's another thing that's disturbing. It was almost similar. It brings back up the when I saw Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? It's very disturbing when it's somebody. I can understand, and I'm not saying I condone this, but I can understand at least what Big and Pac you had. East Coast, West Coast. So a lot of stuff that was happening was coast going against each other. Yeah. It don't got to now. We knocking off the hand that feeds us. Right, right in the same city with you, a couple blocks over. A man that's trying to make the hood better. Don't get me wrong, I don't know what Dolph has done out in the streets or anybody else that's involved. I don't know what Nook, I don't know none of that stuff. But what I do know is that they all right there together, and it's worse off now that Dolph has passed than it would have been if he was here alive from this bullshit. It's just bullshit. It's hood shit, and it's still going on. We cannot escape the hood, B-High. I don't care how much money you got. That's another disappointing thing to me right now. So I have to almost kind of laugh, not to cry about it, because I'm discouraged, meaning, B-High right now today, I could go make a couple of $1 million, and I'm still not exempt. I'm still, there's still niggas from Decatur that might knock me off, when I go in Callan Road at the gas station out of jealousy and envy. Even though I'm trying to, make the hood a better place, dropping a new podcast, trying to tell the youth, the right way to go. Trying to speak to the, these niggas that's getting out of jail, trying to be a helping hand for people getting out of jail. Ex-addicts that are getting out, gang members. I got a son in prison right now. You understand what I'm trying? I'm not just trying to be better for him. I'm trying to be better for all his partners that are looking also that don't even have fathers. They can say, what, your pops, Jules, your pops, he right. You understand what I'm saying? That's something I can get behind. So right now, B-High, it's disappointing to see this. We already got the stuff going on with Puff. What's allegedly been going on, with him and the sisters and so we got that issue going on, and then now this. Here's my question to you: where's rap going from here? I mean, when B-High, we've already. Let me say something I said on my Instagram the other day. Nigga, the two greatest, arguably the greatest rappers of all time are dead, Big and Pac, and now arguably the two biggest rap moguls are in prison, Puff and Suge. So we done lost Bad Boy and Death Row.
Yeah.
The two biggest labels. So the two biggest CEOs, the two biggest rappers, and arguably the two biggest companies of rap are just wiped off. History is gone. Now we're dragged into this right here coming up out of, coming from this Dolph situation. So I don't see how it is a good day. It's gloomy outside. I don't see how we as just the innocent consumers of the content that's out here, how do we, how do we feel today? This is not a win. This is not, even if they find out exactly what happened. Yeah, we want to know what happened, but nobody wins when Tupac dies.
Come on.
Nobody wins when Biggie dies. When Nipsey Hussle died, get gunned down. It's still not a winner. We find out Eric Holder did it. Did it make you feel better? Nah. You know what I'm saying? So right now, like I say, this has been this last month, man, with Diddy, what's going down with that, and now what's going down with this right here. It's fucked up.
There was an OG that came in here and talked to me a long time ago, and I remember him just going off about what was going on in hip-hop at that time. He was like, they're about to mess it up, so can't nobody get no money off of hip-hop no more. And he was just 38 hot about everything. Where, looking back on that conversation, fast forward probably about 2 years later, where my mindset is at now, I hate to say it, but hip-hop is over with. It's over with.
In what capacity, though?
It's not what it used to be. It's like how rock and roll had its time where everybody was, rock and roll. Yeah. Where rhythm and blues had its time. The blues was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
But now it's just a sub-genre that folks will listen to. If you like that kind of music, if you like jazz, at one time jazz was the craze in America. But now if you listen to jazz, you'll listen to it. So like right now, we got 5 radio stations in Atlanta playing hip-hop and R&B. That's not going to be able to continue simply because there won't be any new music coming out to be able to replenish the cycle and keep it moving. Hip-hop is dying. The game is switched over to content. Like I say, we got in front of it earlier, okay?
Right.
We knew that the game was going to content, so I was like, okay, let me make sure all my people are relevant in this new content game because this is the new art form moving forward. It ain't about getting the track and the producer and the engineer. You got to do all that other stuff. No, like I tell folks, you turn that camera to the side and you start talking and you got a platform and you can start making it do what it's supposed to do. That is the future of our culture as I see it right now. But as far as hip-hop being the leading and driving force of the black community like it's been for like the last 30 years, them days are over with. Because when you look at it, the biggest song in hip-hop right now is a damn diss song.
Right. Isn't
That's
crazy?
The biggest song in hip-hop is a song dissing each other and tearing each other down. It ain't no slight to Kendrick because the song is jamming, but that is the state of hip-hop right now. To the #1 song in hip-hop ain't Go Out Here and Party or UNITY. We headed for self-destruction. Brothers Got a Baby, Dear Mama. Is if you ain't like us.
Mine's why I got 5 on it.
I got 5 on it too.
I was listening to that on the way over here. I got to shout out the Loonies. I had to pivot to that right now.
I'm not mad at that at all. I got 5 on it. You got My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me, Players Ball, Indicator. You see what I'm saying? You got these songs that actually meant something to people that would go #1 in the country, in the hood, wherever the hell it was at, and folks would feel that stuff. But now we don't even have that kind of music that's moving the culture forward, and what has happened is everybody's dying. So the people that would have led the culture and kept it going, they're not around. The shoulders that is left standing on are not really perpetuating anything that's going to reinvigorate hip-hop as we know it to be back to its essence. I'm just hoping that that bullshit don't come over into content to where you can't podcast without folks trying to kill each other. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully niggas don't nigga this shit up to where we can't podcast and talk about stuff because now we got to shoot it out because we trying to commentate on the culture and what's going on and we done found a way to fuck this up too. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, looking at that as for where it's at, too many artists have passed recently outside of just Dolph. Like I say, we got tens, almost hundreds of artists that's gone that would really be moving the culture forward right now, and we don't have that. That's why I'm not mad at Boosie and T.I. when they jack their sons up and say, hey, man, what y'all need these guns for in the video for?
And I saw that.
You see what I'm saying? You're talking about everybody want to give Boosie and T.I. hell when they in the wrong, but when they in the right, we got to salute them and say that, hey, man, we appreciate y'all being some stand-up fathers and standing on business with your sons and preventing them from winding up and going down the same path that y'all were able to survive, but so many other men haven't.
And I had already said that when they had the 50 years of hip hop with the Atlanta Falcons.
I remember that.
If you remember that.
I remember you saying that.
King with him.
He did.
And there was an outrage about something because I think they got into it a little bit later on.
Yeah, they managed to get into it at the game.
Right. So people start kind of talking about it, King off the chain, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And what I stated then, I said, well, maybe they did get into something. I didn't see it, but one thing that I saw was Tip, being a great dad. Was Tip holding, bringing him in a dressing room full of men, full of legends, showing them how to move in a room full of goddamn OGs.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And
respectfully.
And respectfully, and giving him the game at the time.
Yeah.
So that's what I saw. When I saw that video with him and Boosie, that did jump out at me too, because there was a time that they, them two had a issue about street rules also. Yeah. And they view on different things from the streets. What was this and what was that? What rubs me the wrong way? What rubs you the wrong? What's acceptable to you and acceptable to me? And I spoke on that shit as the OG as being older than both of them. I told both of them it was bullshit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, nigga, we want to hear the songs.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got out of the game so that you didn't have to apply to rules of snitching, carrying guns, talking shit. Ain't that why we got in the rap game? That's my thing I want to ask to a lot of the young rappers also. What did you get in the game for? Did you, if you didn't get in the rap game, one, to help your family, to be a better influence for the community, to not to have to sell dope, to not have to worry about whether you a snitch or not, what is you in the rap game for? Stay in the streets. Yeah. Stay in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So, just like when I hear niggas talking about, man, I'm ready to die and all that, well, then they go blow your head off there. You ain't ready to motherfucking die, you just talking. You ready to kill somebody else, baby. You understand, out here in the street. You ain't ready to die. You ready to kill somebody. So, my thing with Tip and Boosie, man, I definitely salute them too. And I would have did the same exact thing. They lucky Tip didn't come out there swinging first. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Tip attitude. I heard what he was saying, fuck, we doing here with the guns. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? King, y'all lucky Tip didn't come out there, because our parents used to say.
Taking his belt off.
Our parents used to say, you know what? Since you show out, since you put a band name on us, I'm showing out right there.
Exactly.
If you bring the bullshit outside, then we're going to keep it outside.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
So you look at Tip and Boosie to come out that motherfucker with their ass up in there. But I salute both of them, bruh, for stepping up, for saying, you know what, even though I did this, it doesn't make it right. I saw people in the comments like, damn, y'all niggas, y'all hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? I saw some of the comments. There's always people that say that. Anytime you
trying to save your damn son,
anytime you
for trying to save your son, you're a hypocrite.
Well, it's people that come on Beehive. Do you know that I get people right now? Nigga not too long ago told me I was a studio gangster because he listened to my song from 1996. Well, I started young slinging rocks in the trap. Yeah. He took that from 1996 and said, well, nigga, I be seeing you on Instagram. You don't be in the rock selling trap. In the trap selling rock, I said, nigga, I'm 50 goddamn years old. You listening to something when I was 19 and telling me and applying that to me. So I'm a studio gangster because I'm not doing what I rapped about in my 20s. Exactly. So you got people that was in the comments and, Tim and Boosie, y'all studio gangster, y'all rapped about this. Well, they not rapping about it now. Exactly. And they know that when they did rap about it, what type of backlash came from that in their life. And that's all they try to do is say, you know what, son, you can still be bigger than T.I. He's telling King that. Boosie's telling his son, you can be bigger than Boosie without having to have the guns in the goddamn video. Yeah. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I applaud it.
with that being said, I mean, lastly, I got to say the streets is dead. I mean, if you got any sense, you will tell your kids and your friends and your family members to get out the streets because there's only one way out of them, and that's death or in jail or messed up somewhere along the way.
Mental illness too.
Mental illness.
You could check out of the game Beehive, and I want to say that too. You know, everybody that sleeps on the bridges ain't crackheads and motherfucking heroin addicts.
That's true.
You got motherfuckers don't want to fight for this country and stuff, and don't see so much death.
Yeah.
And niggas that been out here on these streets and don't see so much death and so much betrayal that they lost their mind. You know, my mom used to always tell me also too, you know, Beverly Ball would say, you know, y'all kids ain't gonna make me lose my mind. And when I was young, I didn't understand what that meant. Yeah. You know, I didn't understand that you could lose your mind.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times up close and personal.
Absolutely. So you know, death, jail, or you just get out of the game, not with how you came in the game without no sanity.
Yeah. With that being said, man, I mean, y'all hit the comments, let us know how you feel. Salute Boosie and T.I. for raising their kids and standing on business. How do you feel about this Dolph trial? Let us know what you're thinking. And the Wicked Truth, be on the lookout for that because Wicked's about to tell y'all how he really feels.
That's right.
Keep it locked in. Beehive Radio shouted. Big Galaxy. We out of this thing. Gone.